Hello everyone, welcome on back to Edgewater, Saskatchewan. So I'm just getting this a little bit started here. We'll probably have a worker work on it because the sugar beets are ready. I'll be focusing a lot of my efforts in that. We do need to get the milk brought over to the dairy. There's about 1,000 liters left at the dairy, so we'll have to fill it up for now. Yeah, I got the truck all unloaded into the silo and everything. There should be enough space in the harvester to finish this off without too much of a problem. Alright, let's have a worker do this for a little bit. Hopefully they don't get too all over the place. Oh, and I was going to show how many bales we got from all the hay. It's quite a bit. So we got 5 per stack, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 bales. It's kind of neat that it lined up just right where it was actually an even 5 per stack. Now we'll have to get the trailer itself over by the sugar beets since, well, there's usually quite a bit of sugar beets you get. And it's very well possible we might end up needing to put some in storage, actually. I don't know what the limit is on storage for the sugar mill, so we'll find out. We could very well possible sell some and then replant, when we plant again, then we don't gotta worry about it. Or we could just keep them all and then not replant sugar beets. Either or. We'll see. I don't know what the storage limit is on that. Still have a pallet of butter at the bakery. I got a little bit of money when I logged in, actually, like $800. Come on, there we go. Yeah, there was that boy. Oh, I sold more. Like, why did it sound like I made money? So yeah, we should be decent for a little while now. I did download a mod for sugar beets, but I don't think that's what we're gonna end up using. It's a bit more expensive than the other options. You can pull on over, probably on the side of the road, and take a look. Since sugar beets will probably take most of the day. That's my guess. So yeah, sales. I'm not sure if that was there yesterday. I think it was, but yeah, we don't really need it. Beet technology. I downloaded this one. Let's see, what's the leasing difference? So this is 20,000 basically, and this lease is 25,000. And the big difference really is we can get a bigger header on it. It's also possible that that header would fit to these. I mean, if you really want to try. And a bigger size for the tank. So Beet technology here. Yeah, the header on this is 5.4 meters versus like 5 meters. But, and we'd also have more cost here in the actual header. Does it have a different connector? Looks pretty similar. It's possible it wouldn't work too. It's 50-50 it'll work. I think it would. Whether it like looks right, that's a different question. If we leased the bigger one, it'd be at like 30,000 total for leasing. Are we gonna make that money back, though. For long term, I do think June time we do have about $200,000 coming in just from lentils. But we will be doing this field first, as it's closest to the store. I didn't actually need to. Well, I'm almost done here. Couple missed spots, but I didn't need to go all over the place. Oh, do not need a potato harvester. It's obviously a higher capacity. How much does this cost at least? $5,000. So we'd be at about 30,000. That's his rental fee. Well, we could get this and hope it connects to the other one. Because then I think this header's one of the smaller ones, actually. I think lease price would be about the same. I think I'm going to go with this. It's expensive. And God, I hope I don't have to pay for all those fees again. But I think it'd just be a lot faster and the extra size will help. Ooh. Basically a full one of these will equate to about a full trailer load on the truck. Biggest complaint, when you have bigger machinery here, the headers and stuff do not like spawn far enough out. I think the bigger header would be nice. Probably fill it up a lot faster than what we would have before. Oh, we're already at almost over 3,000 liters. We've hardly started. Oh boy. The tough parts are going to be doing these turns, though, without ruining too much of the crop. Did we really need 2 fields? Just saying. 8,000 liters. Definitely see why this can be one of the better crops in Farmington. I got 10,000 liters. You gotta say, like, sugar beets are worth a good amount, I'm pretty sure. $400 it looks like. $450. Yeah, there's pretty good money already here. I don't think you'd get this from any other crop. Just did the math. There's pretty good money here. Oh, we should be able to make it around to the other end. This is a really good yielding portion too. Well, we'll find out what the max on that is pretty quick. I would assume it's a decent amount just because sugar beets are such a high yield product. But we certainly wouldn't make it back down if we wanted to do that. We wouldn't be able to make another round. I'll move this over here. I'm gonna have to do at least a couple rounds around this, just in case we do have a worker do a little bit. Because otherwise they'd probably destroy some crops and hit fences and do all that. Not fun stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse some of this. We'll see how far we get with this, and I'll talk to everyone once that is done. Alright, here we are. We have just this little bit left now. Also, is it just me, or is this turning differently than what it was? Oh. Control Y. Cab steering left. And there's cab steering right, which is very similar to what I'm doing now. All wheel steering, which is all the wheels will steer. And there's turn steering. A lot tighter of a turn for steering. And I got in after the worker was like, I was like, wait, what's going on here? This isn't turning right. But yeah, the sugar mill looks like it has a decent amount of storage in it. I'm not sure when we'll start getting sugar here. I have it. It's supposed to be moving. I'm assuming it'll go here, because where else does the sugar supposed to go? We don't own any other productions. It's kind of weird turning like this. So far I'm making pretty decent time. Still got one more field of sugar beets to do though. And I'd like to get it done as fast as I can, because this is an expensive machine. And I ain't trying to take too many fees. Not sure if we'll need as much as I had originally thought for beets, because originally at one point I was like, oh, maybe the entire field over there that has a half sugar beets, maybe I'll really make the whole thing sugar beets. I don't know if I really need it. Can bring it out of here. Yeah, we'll see. I might still make it the whole one and just sell some of them. And we'll make some money right off the top, and I'll maybe get close to paying for the harvester, the rental of it. But yeah, I definitely see how this can be a lot of money. You can get a lot of money from this. Just what's in the sugar mill, you're getting what, $25,000? Somewhere right around there. Well, what, 58,000 liters in there. 450 where it was max price. About that. Obviously a little bit off because that's just rough math, but plus we have like 40,000 in the truck. Definitely see how you can make a lot of money. Just from these two fields, I'm willing to bet if we sold it all, we would have made more money than in a big pea field in that bigger field. Because that's usually like 80,000, I think. No. Was it 150,000? It was 150,000. Maybe not 150,000. I don't know. Still, it's a lot smaller fields too. I'm assuming that truck's pretty full. Oh yeah. We'll have to get a little bit more unloaded again before we even head over to the next field. Over 100,000 liters. Just in this field. Oh. Talk about some bad timing. Another load going in. Finally using the sugar mill. Well, we probably bought it 8 videos ago, something like that. And it's basically sat for quite a long time. Probably not 8, but decent amount of time. So. Oh, we now have a little bit of sugar in there, and we are now getting chocolate. I'm halfway full, and I'm sure it'll be moving it some. So honestly, I might take off, deactivate the butter. Yeah, I just recently got a new one, so cheese will let it go since it's 700 liters still. Because chocolate probably is the most lucrative thing out of the dairy. Probably partially because it takes 2 ingredients and not just milk. Yeah, this is the Homer T440. I'll have a link to it in the description. It's a mod, so honestly, that header width probably makes it one of the better sugar beet harvesters. It's probably one of the negatives with potato and sugar beet harvesters. A lot of them are a lot smaller header sizes. Like 4 meters is pretty big. That's just about 6. Like 5.7, something like that. Oh, the train is coming through again. I'll start getting all of this stuff brought over to the other field. Just wanted to empty this before I got there, just because we'll end up having to empty it multiple times regardless, but get a little bit extra. Alright, here we are. Yeah, this field here, I actually saw this when I pulled up. Ready to harvest lentils. We have actually harvested this field once. It was for a contract. I think it was one of the first contracts we did. Just I think the fact it's already ready to harvest is kind of nice. But my concern, it's in here where we see that. It's not that great of soil. I'd much rather get one of these fields here. Oh, these are worse, some of these. There's a lot of silty clay around here. I definitely have noticed that. Think about it. It's 26,000. We would probably get maybe not quite that from the harvest. And lentils are going up in price in our next couple months. Oh, it's possible that you make really good money on it. And you won't make good money from that, probably. Pretty sure the soil's not great. Not just from the little menu thing, but I think just in general, it kind of follows suit with this field. I would imagine this one would show it's more sandy loam over there, if anything. But according to this, it's not. It's pretty heavy on loamy sand. Maybe. Pretty sure I read somewhere like sugar beets and like potatoes and stuff, I believe, do fine or not as bad in like the silty clay. I think I might be wrong though, or maybe they do worse. Might be completely opposite on that. But I'm gonna go back to all wheel steering. I think the cap steering's kind of weird with a keyboard. Not gonna lie. And I think it'll still be a decent field for yield, but not quite as well. Lots of orange, yellow. I'm questionable on that field because of the soil, but there's not a lot of smallish size fields by here. And this land here, it's so close to the farm where it's like, is it really worth selling it? Probably not. It's so close that it's easy enough just to get the harvester over here and harvest it or plant it or whatever. Same thing with the big field too, though. Is it a great yielder? No. Right next to the farm, but kind of does fine for us. Especially when it comes to like rental harvesters and stuff, where it's like, I don't want to spend all my money on this. Plus, like, you have to drive over there, which is extra hours on the machine. A couple cows over there. Deer running around, which actually the deer actually really like sugar beets. That's a fun fact, I guess, of your life. They really like them. They'll like chew off the leaves and stuff, and like they'll like dig in the ground and try to get the sugar beets out. I've seen it before in real life, and it's actually really cool to see. It just sounds like they're eating an apple or something over there. I believe IRL, you're not supposed to plant like sugar beets 2 years in a row in the same land. Pretty sure. I think in general you're not supposed to. Oh. Could have been bad. We don't really have any other open fields at the moment, outside of the ones that we're harvesting now and the big field. Definitely have to dump the truck at least once in this field. At least. Take a gander at what the production's doing. 76 liters of chocolate at the moment in there. So should be able to fit everything in here, I would think. I'll have to fill up the total mixed at the end. $500. 78 liters. Oh. Now we don't have all of the lintels in the silo yet, but I'm sure it'd be 210,000 somewhere in there. You know, I realize most of this field will just be sugar beet harvest. I don't want to take another daily feed if I can help it. But I think next video will be trying to get all these fields replanted. A couple sprayed off house we have. I haven't decided if I'll put sugar beets back into these. I think realistically you're not supposed to. Farming sim, it doesn't matter. I also don't have any like medium-sized fields open for planting or anytime soon either. Outside the really big field. And I think that would take a long time for rental. You'd have to rent two to do that in a decent amount of time. Even with this one's wider header, I think it would take a while. Well, I'm going to quickly time-lapse. I'll finish off this field. I wish I'd be able to finish this off. I know. Time-lapse, I would think. I'll talk to everyone once that is done.
We see the world in a cold light. It isn't much, but it's all we needed. It's all we needed. With everything in its right place. Don't push away, 'cause it's all we needed. To control and get
So we are just about done here. We will have to bring the truck over at some point. I'm hoping to at least finish off the harvest. We definitely don't get as much from this as the other field. So maybe the whole thing about silty clay not being as bad for was it root crops? Yeah, that's what it was. Sugar beets, potatoes. Might not be true unless there is no silty clay in this. Yeah, there's no silty clay in that area. Maybe I have to get a little bit farther over. Literally, we were right on the edge. Right on the edge of it. So maybe I'll just do the whole field next time. Should fill it up all the way. I would think I can just bring this right over to the sugar factory. I guess we'll head over to there and find out. Oh, I did it again. Sure is great that, you know, this game doesn't have like actual physics. Because otherwise we'd have a bunch of sugar beets on the ground. Well, we'll see if this will take it. I'm not sure. We might be too close to where the fence is, so it may not work properly. Just 'cause it's such a tight space in there. Soybeans are looking good. That field will have to get planted soon. Might need lime too. I think a lot of our original fields are starting to need that now again. I think there was actually a header trailer for this available. I don't really see how it could be useful. Trying to dodge everything. Even though I hit 2 signs, it looks like there on the truck. Ah, might be enough room. Move over enough. Yeah, there is. Nice. Well, that should still have plenty of oh yeah, we'll have plenty of room left in there. I'm not even sure why I was concerned about that. Quite a bit. Now I did talk about doing sugar cane too. As we would do one of each. I don't think I've really added much for that. I can take a look. Hey, have beet harvesters in here. So I think this is the one that we would need the tops on first. I don't remember 100% though. Or sugar cane 2 meter working with. I think there was a mod I got, right? Here we go. We could have a 9 meter working with, actually. Where to get this? That's $120,000 just for the header. Well, requires 750 horsepower. Holy, over 1,000 horsepower. Jesus. I didn't know these had that much power in them. So we'd be looking at probably around the John Deere or the New Holland then. Let's be a little bit cheaper. That would be 23,000. Would probably be a little cheaper. Our current setup. Although we would need to rent a trailer that would attach to that. 40,000 liters, 55 grand. It's fairly decent size. Probably about the bigger one we'll get here, I'd say. This one lease of 51,000 is 3.5. It's 3.5 for that. Maybe we also need to plant it, and that has a different. Oh, let's just return it from here. Basically, got everything stuck. That has a different planter. Pretty sure. Yeah. It's a 1 meter. Oh, I guess there's a 2 meter one too. I know my planter's a mod one, but definitely does not allow that. I'm sure there's some in here that are modded that do, but kind of a. No, that one doesn't. That one requires load everything. Maybe not. I have to look around for some planters then. Yeah, I'll have to look around for some sugarcane planters. I almost completely forgot though. I think when we first bought it, I had said that we were gonna do one sugar beet and one sugar cane. If I can't find a wider width planter for sugar cane, then we'll probably go back to sugar beets. At least like a 5-meter planter would be nice. Sure, there's mods. There's mods. I don't think we have our first pallet yet of chocolate over there. I think we're quite a ways off. I think it's similar to the cheese for how much it makes. So we have... So we got over 200,000 liters from that harvest. So that's $100,000 estimate around there at max price. That would mean we're getting about 100,000 liters of sugar. Right? Yeah. So in theory, we should be able to make 100,000 liters of chocolate, pending milk. Which, based off of that math, would say that we should easily make money on it. Well, I'll go get the harvester put into, or dumped into the silo. Well, the lintels dumped in the silo. We're not going to put the harvester in them, but then we can see how much money estimate we'll get from that come that June time. It'd be a little bit less, because if I remember right, lintels are kind of like a... Even the late day, they're still not fully to their max price. But then the next month, I believe it goes down. Pretty sure that's how it is. Doesn't look. Oh yeah, pH is okay to bad, it looks like. So it needs some more lime. We won't be getting any more rocks. I did miss some. So we will definitely have to buy it all. Well, it'll take some time. Actually, that field, half and half one with the sugar beets, that one may not need it. I think I did it on the one side, the one half. And then the green feed oats were sitting there for so long. So it may not have got as many harvests as like this field. It's hard to say. There's a couple corners where the yield was red. Yeah, the pH is starting to affect it. Starting to affect it. Yeah, up there. Oof. I've been on the starting pass too, so I didn't notice that. But yeah, this will have to be limed before it gets planted. But usually spraying lime doesn't take horribly long. And if we buy it from the co-op, we can use the one over at the co-op for spreaders, which has a higher amount it can hold. I don't think I'll buy that one field over there too. I don't think we need it. It's like weird, just random red spots in the middle of green. We'll take a quick look, but it should be, yeah, about probably get closer to 220. We already have another 1,000 liters of milk. Well, anyways, I think that's about everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.